Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katelyn from Florals.com and welcome back to another end of the month wrap up for my July 2020 How to Kill a Kit with Style. So this is the Kill a Kit video where I share with you what's left in my kit, what my plan is for what's left in my kit, as well as what I made and what I emptied with this kit. So this kit was a bit interesting. I really thought I'd be more motivated to use it. It is an older kit. I have used it previously. And you guys might remember it way back when I did use it previously in How to Kill a Kit with Style. And I've had it stored in these 3 drawers as part of one of my storage my little storage towers in my craft area. And it stayed in there for, I want to say, well over a year. And I do plan on dismantling it after this video. So essentially I'm going to go through what I didn't touch, did use a little bit of, didn't use it all, and show you guys kind of revealed why I didn't and go forward. So first off, we have a lot of these little delicate papers, almost like cut files. These are from K & Company. I've had them for years now, and I end up using 3 of them, which is a huge success for me. I have plenty more in the bottom of one of these containers. I don't think it's this one, but I do have these 2 left. These are duplicates that I didn't get a chance to use, but I'm going to keep those. Those are very cool, and you guys really loved when I was able to use them over this month. I only used 2 stickers out of here, and this was a brand new set I added in halfway through the month, so I'm not mad about using 2 out of the brand new package. Then I had this 8x8 paper pad, and I did not use this nearly as much as I should have. This was definitely a whimsy purchase back in the day, and I've had it ever since. This will just go back in my paper storage, which 8x8s actually go on my desk, so maybe then I'll end up using it a bit more on future layouts. Another one I planned on using a ton more, and actually I planned on finishing this little star sticker sheet, but the color schemes just didn't line up. This is from Pretty Little Studio. This will also go live in my use it up bin, so I'm going to create a little pile there. And looky there, another one. I did plan on using this up as well, this Amy Tan puffy sticker set, 5 left. I used, I think, 1 or 2, but that'll go up in my use it up container to finish off. I did not use any of these Heidi Grace tabs or chipboard pieces. Heidi Grace is a really old brand. These are from 2008, yet I have not used them probably since maybe 2012 was when last time. I don't know, probably earlier than that, but maybe only a few years ago I used those. These, same thing, did not use these at all. These are from Target. Definitely need to use those. So those will go back into the stash. These puffy stickers, I used a few of these. These are from Recollections. Nothing too fancy there. Some of these Wild Whisper papers are all over the place, so I'm not going to go through all of them, but this was the Palm Paradise collection, and if you guys have not checked out Wild Whisper, I used to be on their design team. Really, really cute stuff, and I'm glad I got to use up some more of these papers. I don't think I have any 12x12s left. Lots and lots of scraps, though. I got to use this stamp set once. This was in my kit. I thought I'd stamp some more, but I only got to use it the one time, but I'm really, really glad that I did get to use it, and this is one of my staple stamp sets. These little butterflies will also go up into the use it up bin because I didn't have anything butterfly worthy this month, so that's what happened to that guy. I did cut up this 12x12 paper to use for an 8.5x11. These puffy stars have not used. They're going to go back into the stash. I love stars, just didn't go for that color scheme. I didn't end up using any of my big leaves, and I used some of these last month on a completely different project unrelated, but I definitely still want to use those. So these will go up in my die cut binder. And then the rest of these papers, so this one's a really old, like 90s paper. Then I have some bright green cardstock. And then I had some matching K & Company letters, which I did not get to use as well. So you guys get a little glimpse of that drawer. And my drawers are definitely in disarray compared to what they were before when I shared this kit. So I do apologize for the messiness. I couldn't figure out how they went back together after I had wrecked this kit. This one's actually the easier kit or easier drawer to see. I had a ton in here, did not use the gelatos at all, used several of the die cuts, some wood veneer, some of the washi tapes I touched, others I did not. If you guys ever make kits like this where you put them away somewhere, you will forget you own washi tape, I promise. You will forget about these things and then fall in love with them all over again, like I did with some of these. I used a couple flare I don't think I ended up using any flowers. I did use a paper clip, so a couple of the 3D embellishments. No, I did not use any of the embossing or any of my magic mesh. And I call this embossing. I meant, it's not embossing, embroidery floss. Close enough though. Random pieces. I did use some sequins, but I'm not sure if it was this mix. Didn't use half of this stuff. Used a couple of these phrase stickers. And I did finish off a puffy sticker set that was in this kit, which I will go through once we've kind of overviewed it. This is the more fold drawer, and I'll tell you guys, I am a kit cheater. I add in things to my kit all month long. I pull things in that are outside of my kit all month long. That's just what I do. So I pulled in this sticker set from my Use It Up bin. It had 3 pink stickers on it that I had used up. 2 more to go, so this will go back into that so I can finish it off. Used a bunch of these pieces from Project Life, which I was really excited about because I find them difficult to use, but until they're used up, they'll go back into my stash. Same with this. I used 2 pieces out of this chipboard set. It'll go back in there. It's got a vintage vibe, which was hard to work into this bright and tropical collection, or this kit rather, but I still made a couple of them work. Now, I think I put a big dent in this. It was pretty full when I started, this beautiful Paige Evans chipboard set. But I did put a dent, especially in the back, of all the pieces I ended up using, so that's good. These old K & Company die cuts, I don't know about you guys, but I've had these for forever. These might not have a year on the back, though. Lots of words. I don't see a year anywhere. Nothing. Well, they're old because I definitely bought them at a Joann's in my hometown, which is no longer open. So these have been really fun to work with. I only got to use a few, 1 maybe, but I'm glad I got to use at least 1. These puffy stickers will be the death of me. I think they're adorable. I think they're really cute. I just find a hard time using some of these phrases. So these might go back in my stash. They might go in my donate pile. I'm not sure where I'm gonna end up putting them. They're definitely in the maybe pile for me. Another thing I used a ton of were these Amy Tangerine thickers. You'll see them on a bunch of my layouts this month because they were just great titles for things. And I had a lot of fun making my titles this month, which we'll go over in the full kit share. Another one that I thought would be empty, did not touch it. I tried to use it, but this will go up in my Use It Up bin. And then we have a bunch of things that I did not touch at all that were just sitting in my kit. Just a bunch of stuff I didn't touch, which is normal. I added this in, used a bunch of the cardstock, used a little bit of the Wild Heart, and then I added some more stamps. I did use this fruit one, thanks to that collaboration, and then I did not touch this one, which is from Recollection. So these will just go back into my stash. Then we have a bunch of more bits and pieces that I did not touch. Heidi Swap stamp set, more of those cut apart pieces from K & Company, more Wild Whisper scraps, some numbers, some letters, just stuff I didn't use. I did use a couple of these phrase stickers, but as you can tell, my kit got a little unruly and it might not look like I put any dent in it, but also I did add a lot of stuff to it. So it's kind of a win-win in some ways because I got some empties, but in other ways it's a loss. So for empties, a majority of them were not from this kit, but the one that was from this kit was a set of Heidi Swap puffy stickers. So it'll be really hard to tell, but there are some, you know, you can kind of see those outlines there. There we go. And I used up the rest of these. There are only like 3 left, but I used up those. Some more invisible empties. I used up a full set of pink pearls, so that's great. I also used up a set of cork pieces. So these were cork stickers, a bunch of banners and such. Used those up. And then lastly, piece de resistance. I did finish off a 6x6 paper pad, which this has definitely been a focus of mine to use up some of my paper pads that are dwindling. And the Summer Dreams paper pad was the next one to go. And I'm really glad to have another one down. I think that makes 3 or 4 this year, which is so much more progress than I've made any previous year. So really excited to have 4 empties. And if you guys are interested in learning more about the empties and products that I loved this month, I will be uploading a favorites video in August, all about my July favorites. So make sure you're subscribed so you do not miss out. And if you guys want more sneak peeks of what I've been up to, what I'm doing with my kits, what's coming up next, You can join Patreon, which I'll have linked down below so you guys can check out what kit's on the docket next, what I'm going to be working on next, what I hate working with, what I love working with, and you can check that all out on Patreon. So next up, we finally get to the share of the project. So for the grand total for the month, I made 3 cards, 1 pocket page, 2 8.5 by 11, and 9 12 by 12 layouts, which is not my record setting, but it is really, really great. Now I don't have all of the projects to share, but I do have a majority of them. So to get started, the 1 card I have left, the other 2 I've already mailed out. This one is for my niece for her graduation. A fun trifold, and this does have a tutorial on my channel if you guys have not checked it out. A whole process video to watch me make this in sped up real time, but in case you guys are interested in making cards, just 1 stamp set, some paper, and that's what makes this card special, and I have to write in this so I can give it to her. Next up is a pocket page. I have told this again and again, but if you haven't checked it out, I am making a 6x8 gift album for someone's birthday coming up, and it's got a start. This was the first page I did in it. It's also the last page I've done in it. I haven't worked on it all ever since, so I definitely need to be working on that, but this is for a Stampin' collab, and you guys can always check out the videos throughout the month using my kit by following the playlist link down below. So if there's anything you missed in here, it's either on Patreon or you can check it out in the playlist down below so you guys don't miss out. Moving on to the 8.5 by 11 layouts. This one was really, really fun. I love how it turned out. I just really, really do. And this will be for my cruise album, and lots of cruise photos coming up, guys. Don't you worry. If you guys missed all the vacation photos I've been scrapbooking, I have more. And guess what? Another cruise layout. This is not technically on the cruise, but it's the vacation part after the cruise, after you get off. We got ice cream for dinner. I mean, this was for a 6x6 fix. This is the one I did finish the 6x6 paper pad on, so you guys can check it out how I used up all of the scraps. Then this one was actually for my patrons on Patreon. The top tier had a whole class over an hour long of different ways to use cardstock on your layouts. And this is a cardstock primary layout. Lots of cardstock used on here. So look at that sandwich. Oh, I still love that sandwich. Then we move into the 12 by 12s. Now, I'm going to have a hard time picking my favorite this month, but this one's a close contender. I really loved working on this page. I still can't believe it. This was the first page I made this month, and I just love how it turned out. So this is kind of a retro feel, but this is a surprise vacation, sort of. My brother and my dad visited me earlier this year in February, and we stayed at Universal Resort, so that's what that page is. And look, another one. I was on a roll. This is the one where I finished off the cork stickers and used one of these beautiful lattice papers. Just so, so pretty. I love how it turned out. And look at, guys, do you see this? Journaling, date. Shall I bring back the other ones? Some of them do, some of them don't. Journaling, date. I'm just saying. Some of them don't because I haven't figured out what I want to journal about yet. But next up was this one. Just like a one out of left field, I used this DIY embellishment, which was inside of my kit for the month. Some of the chipboard from my kit. And then pulled in some things that weren't in my kit. Like the wood veneers, you know, just little things here and there. But we have journaling and a date. And you guys really love this one because of this background paper, which I don't blame you. I love it too. It is so, so cute. This one is probably up there for my favorite layout this month. I love how this one came out, and this was a live stream with my patrons in my top tier, and wow, I just adore it so much because we have that holographic star print in the background. This is from the Universal Vacation. We're on the new Hagrid's ride, and I just love the purple and the teal, and wow, just wow. Really, really love this one. And it really just came out of a whim on how I put this all together and used so many different types of collections and manufacturers. And it all just made a magical layout. So this one might be my favorite, but let me know which one's your favorite down below. This one's another Patreon exclusive. This is a real-time process video, and it is very mixed media heavy. So I did this fun grid pattern and did mixed media all over it with some of my mists and inks. And this is for my cruise album. So this is the sunrise from our Miami hotel room. Really, really gorgeous. And it's funny, usually you want to sleep in during vacation, but I was up to watch the sunrise every day of the cruise, practically every day of vacation, because it is just so, so beautiful. And this view between all the downtown Miami, great. another one for Patreon. So this was another live stream one, but using another one of these ornate papers that I think are just beautiful, so beautiful, and putting it all together. Now this, guys, you might be surprised, is for my 2016 Disney album. And it's been a while since I've worked on it, but I did another page for it. And this is from the firework night. So glad to have this one done and ready to go in the album. This one I talked a lot about when I was making it, but another ornate pattern and using up those beautiful pieces from K & Company, and a really emotional layout, which I know you guys have been very kind when I share these types of stories about good things and bad things and just memorable things. But I really hope you guys enjoyed this one when it came out, because it was really fun and just such an interesting color scheme. This one just went up for 6x6 Fix at the end of the month, so hopefully you guys have caught this one, but if not, I can have it linked down below in the playlist. But I pulled in some stuff randomly from my stash as well as randomly from my kit this month, and it really just came together with this beautiful sort of play on the primary colors, red, yellow, and blue, but doing pink, yellow, and teal, light blue, whatever color you want to call that. And I just really love how this one turned out. I used a white cardstock background. I know you guys are shocked. I had kind of like 2 of those this month, maybe. Yeah, I guess 2, because one of the 8.5 by 11s was white cardstock backed, but I just think it's so pretty, and hopefully you guys like it too. And again, let me know which one's your favorite. But finally, we just shared this one at the end of the month for my stamping collab, which this might be the busiest layout I made this this month, but I really do like how it came out, and it's really bright and colorful. And I think it is just got that wow factor of a lot going on. And sometimes I'm into these really maximalist layouts, and other times I want something a little bit more simple. So hopefully you guys can sort of see that through all of the different projects I make. But wow. And look at journaling, a date. And while this does look fun and fresh and summery, it's actually a Halloween layout. Yes. But if you guys want to know the whole story about that, you can check out the video, which is on my channel. But that was all of my layouts this month. Obviously, we covered a lot of color spectrums. We had bright, we had fall. I know I threw a fall curveball in there. I threw in this sunset curveball. We had sunrise, which I don't normally scrapbook about. We had a lot of fun vacation ones, as well as just everyday kitty cats and more fun. Just lots and lots of fun this month, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the variety. If you guys ever have suggestions for what you want to see, specific project types, specific photo types, if you want to see more cats or dogs, or if you want to see more of my beautiful face, and there's definitely going to be a lot more of my beautiful face coming up for the foreseeable future. And I know several people have already gotten the gist of things changing, but I am in a new room. Now that I have my own room and my own area to craft, I essentially get to craft whenever I want now, because it's just a short walk from my bed to my scrap desk. So it's really nice to have that ability. But as things continue to change, I do appreciate your patience with me as I try to figure out next series on my channel coming up in September. But as we head into August, hopefully you guys are ready to get your scrap on, as I will be debuting a new kit coming up, and hopefully you guys are excited, because I'm excited to share it with you guys. But please let me know if you enjoyed this month's kit and what your favorite layout was. I know it's a hard pick for me, so I assume it'll be a hard pick for you. But if you have missed any of these process videos, you can check out the playlist link down below. And don't forget to check out Patreon if you are interested in getting at least 4 extra videos a month, because I do behind the scenes vlogs for all of my tiers. For $1 a month, you can learn so much more about me and my crafty habits. But I do hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you check out everyone else participating from the month of July, link down below, and we'll have a new lineup for August for everyone participating, and we have a very special announcement for the August kit. But I hope you guys truly did enjoy. As always, I'll have some educational resources and ways you can take action linked down below for the Black Lives Matter movement, for helping so many wonderful causes that are around the world, and hopefully you guys have some time to dedicate to that today. But thank you again so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys!